go, guys. PWE Tag Team Championships are on the line. It is Shane Malice. It is Ed House. These are your challengers for the PWE Tag Team Championships. No stranger to Central PA, these two guys, especially Ed House.
That's absolutely right. Jim, how we got here? South Phillies Finest, Pro Wrestling Empire's back, Battleground's back. They threw out the challenge. We want a team. We want somebody. Well, originally Ed House answered that open challenge, and he was ready to fight him by himself. So then we enter Shane Malice. Shane said, hey, my buddy Ed House is coming to do battle, and I'm going to do battle with him. And sure enough, we have Shane Malice, Ed House, coming for one thing. That's the PWE Championship. That's what unifies these two.
Now, Smokey, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is Ed House holding an axe in the ring?
Let me ask you a question. It sure is.
He is playing an axe, Mark.
I'll be darned. You never know what's going to happen here at PWE.
No, I don't think that's a legal weapon in this match. It's not a fans bring the weapons match. It's not a hardcore match. You should not be using a hatchet or an axe.
You always got to be prepared, I guess. But here
they go. It's going to be like Broad Street here. Do you smell cheesesteaks?
I smell something. I thought it was just the fans here at PWE.
South Philly dripping in so much sauce, they're looking like ragu out there, Big Jim.
They certainly are. These guys have been PWE Tag Team Champions for years, Ryan. For years. These guys have carried these belts wherever they go, spreading the empire. And they are back in Central PA to defend these titles. And here we go. We know the deal.
Got the baby powder.
Got the powder out.
We got a stickball bat. That House has an axe. Who knows what's going to happen here tonight?
I'll tell you this. I do know this. South Phillies Finest. Jim, you said over years. Let me try to put a number on that. That is over 1,900 days recognized as the PWE Tag Team Champions. I'm not good at math, but that's more than a few years.
That is a long time, Ryan. Just doing a little bit of math in my head. Over 3 years as PWE Tag Team Champions. And man, everybody wants to talk about certain title reigns in the wrestling business. This one almost unmatched, and they will defend them. They will be ready and defend them at any time. But you know, I gotta wonder. You gotta respect Ed House. You gotta respect Shane Malice for stepping up to the challenge. But for this to be the first time teaming together against a team like South Phillies Finest, it is a tall challenge. Let's be fair to two talented wrestlers, Ed House, Shane Malice. This is a tall order to beat a team that has been champion for over 3 years.
It sure is. Jim, I'm going to do you one better. More than 3. They won these championships back in 2017.
Unreal.
Unbelievable title reign. One of the longest title reigns. There has only been 2 tag team champions in the Pro Wrestling Empire. South Phillies Finest and the team they took the belts off, the Star Lords.
Absolutely, Ryan. And for Mark, you're looking at this and you see the confidence in South Phillies Finest. You can feel it coming out of the ring. Do you think Ed House and Shane Malice stand a chance here?
Well, I do know that Ed House is a recovering milkshake enthusiast.
Aren't we all, Mark? Aren't we all?
Putting that behind him, I think he may have a chance. House and Malice, that is. But at the end of this here, I think South Philly is going to retain the gold, Big Jim.
Is that a charcuterie board that Shane Malice had?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. You don't go anywhere without the gabagool, Ryan.
Was that brought out by
South Philly? They came. You never know when you need a snack in the ring.
That's fair.
He always got to carry meats and cheeses.
South Philly, I saw them bringing in some cannolis earlier today too.
I I heard they were very delicious. I mean, you can't pass up a good cannoli.
What is going on here? This is really an East Pennsylvania, West Pennsylvania. Oh, Jimmy Conway, he's fired up.
Oh, they're throwing the meats out to the crowd. This is some disrespect by Shane Malice.
So you don't waste the pepperoni, you don't waste the gabagool.
Come on.
That'd be a good sharp provolone.
Ed House and Shane Malice are not. They are not shaken by the champions here who are messing with the crowd.
I'm not sure. Something drew the ire of the Jet Jimmy Conway.
Jimmy looked very upset out there in the crowd, tormenting the fans.
He sure did. Both of these teams, you got to get focused. This is for the PWE Tag Team titles.
Jimmy's jawing again with the crowd. Maybe somebody's making fun of Gritty or something over there. I don't know what's going on.
There we go. We are underway. Tag Team Championship.
I'll tell you this much: the ref isn't waiting. The ref said we're going to go. Bell rings.
It's game time. This is title match. Let's go. Oh my goodness! Disrespect. Luca Brazzi.
Yeah, that's the line, Luca Brazzi. He might have just crossed it there with Shane Malice.
I don't think Shane says that Brazzi did mess up.
Shane, known as the Steel City Sex Pistol from Pittsburgh. So we do have this Pittsburgh-Philadelphia rivalry.
Sure did. Ed House here from Central PA, kind of the dividing line between the two. But let's be honest, Philly, Pittsburgh, two very different worlds, right?
They absolutely are, and it couldn't be worlds apart.
Here we go, Ed House making his way in. And look at the size of Ed House. I think he's double Luca Brazzi here.
Ed House built like a house here. The line Luca Brazzi's got an uphill battle. Look at John, he ain't stowing.
He's looking right in the belly of Ed House right now.
He's going to start on the foundation and work his way up on Ed House, it looks like.
Boy, is that's that rough guy, that rough street Philadelphia mentality right there.
That might have been a mistake. Conway better get ready to catch Brazzi when we get the return shot here.
I don't know, Jim.
Look at the taunting the smaller Brazzi.
Well, at least for Brazzi, things are looking up.
There we go. Brazzi was not a fan of Ed House's mockery of his height. You got to feel at any moment right now that Ed House could just
stand up. Look at
him. Is he picking Brazzi up just by standing upright?
Brazzi was trying real hard. He could rock Brazzi to sleep.
Long way down for Luca the Lion Brazzi. Oh my goodness!
Little pat on the head there.
The mockery and disrespect from Ed House. Said, go ahead, tag your partner.
Brazzi's having a temper tantrum up in that top row.
Sure is now tagging in Conway. A little bit bigger. Still not the size of Ed House.
Yeah, here's the Jet Jimmy Conway, 6'2", right around 205. Quite frankly, still giving up a few inches there to Ed House.
Wow, what a shove. Have you ever been hit by an 18-wheeler? Because I think that's what just happened to Jimmy Conway. Again, big shoulder tackle.
I think we've last seen Ed House in a PWE ring when back at Clash of the Titans 2 when he was a member of Team Bischoff. Yeah, that Eric Bischoff. And he was victorious in that match, which gave Eric Bischoff temporary ownership of the PWE at the time. What a crazy history we have here in PWE.
It absolutely is, Ryan. My goodness. There has been tremendous history in the PWE. Big elbow, and there's a big backflip there by Shane Malice, and only about a 1.5.
That was a great double team by this new team of Malice in the house.
If you're a fan of South Philly, wow, good standing moonsault.
There's a 2.
Aubrey down there for the 2 count real quick.
Let's talk about Shane Malice here. Really been a mainstay in the pro wrestling empire. It's really quite a belt collector himself, but gold has eluded him here in the PWE. Well, will Ed House and him be able to change that tonight?
Certainly could be. Yeah, Malice is no stranger to success in professional wrestling, but just has struggled to find it in PWE. And there's a cover, about 1.5, officially a 2 by official Aubrey Rose. But the tag champions here, we talked about what an uphill climb this was going to be for House and Malice. And man, Mark, the champions are looking to be in some trouble here.
Well, they're definitely on the ropes, but don't count them out yet, Big Jim. But the champs aren't smiling anymore, I can tell you that. They look a little upset. They're becoming very, very upset. Now looky here. That was another 2 count, it looked like.
The Gent, Jimmy Conway getting worked over here by Ed House, tagging in.
Well, the Gent needs to make a tag. I don't know if Brazzi wants to get in there.
Yeah, Luca Brazzi, still very fresh, only really got insulted. Wow.
Look at that, the mind games by House and Malice really getting in the heads of the champions. Usually you don't see this from Conway and Brazzi. There we go. Wow, Conway able to make the tag. Brazzi now coming in hot. And a big
What a slap.
a disrespectful slap.
Brazzi got him. He's going to have those teeth down to the March Madness teeth before you know it. The Final Four.
Malice trying to get the feeling back in his face. And now look at Brazzi just circling.
Look at the arrogance in somebody like Luca Brazzi.
As he slides out of the ring. Now here we go. Remember, a fall can't happen outside the ring. It's got to happen inside the ring, pinfall or submission.
And Luca Brazzi knows that because a championship cannot change hands on a countout.
That is correct, Ryan. There we go. And there you see the tag team advantage of South Phillies Finest. Keith Conway, just the disrespect.
Well, that fan was talking crap on Jalen Hurts. I heard it.
That fan lost his hat as a result of that.
You don't run down the Phillies, go Birds, and they're not going to stand for it. That fan was doing it.
That is true. The Shane Malice now isolated outside. And this is what I was talking about before the bell rang, Ryan. The tag team advantage of South Phillies Finest is that kind of turned the tides in this one as Brazzi works on the midsection of Malice as Conway tagged in.
They have worked on the independent scene for over 11 years as a tag team. These guys know each other's thoughts in and out of the ring.
Boot. There's a 1, there's a 2, only 2. Conway tells House to get back into his corner.
The Gent and the Line complement each other perfectly. And now you're starting to see a South Phillies Finest style match. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Just ripping the face of Shane Malice. My gosh. Ugly. And look at him. He's they're isolating Malice away from Ed House. If you're going to win this matchup, if you're going to retain your titles, I think that's the smart play. Keep Ed House out of this.
What a chop! What a swing that Bryce Harper would be proud of there.
And another big chop.
Well, South Philly really slowed down the pace of their style of match. And, the champions, they don't have to necessarily pick up the win. They can retain by count-out, disqualification, and still retain the titles, Big Jim.
That is a great point, Mark. It is the challengers that need to get the fall inside the ring, a pinfall or a submission to walk away as the new champions. There's a big kick by Malice. He's trying to get to Ed House, and a big miss.
Kind of a Pele-style kick there, missed Shane Malice. You do have to watch yourself with somebody like Shane Malice. You get caught with one of those kicks, you're in trouble. He has a background in kickboxing, judo, karate, as well as Olympic-style wrestling.
And also stickball from the streets of Philly.
Well, that's South Philly's Finest. They're definitely known about the stickball, but I don't know.
Only a 2 count.
Some Ed House's axe. I'll take an axe over a stickball bat any day.
South Phillies Finest not happy with the officiating in this matchup as we see him arguing with referee Aubrey Rose.
Giving it to Audrey there in the corner.
I'll tell you what, that's not the first time somebody from Philly. What is Aubrey Rose doing here?
You can't put your hands on
back.
The official should not be putting his hands on the wrestlers.
To be fair, Mark, South Phillies Finest, they put their hands on the official. They could have been disqualified there.
Maybe that's what he was thinking. Disqualification, again, keeps those belts in the corner of South Philly's Finest.
There we go. Great teamwork. Malice reversal.
Malice out the back.
Goes a roll through, and he gets the tag. Here comes Ed House. Ed House like a fireball, crushing Jimmy Conway in the corner, throwing his partner, Luke of the Line, Brazzi, right into him. Goes to the big clothesline, and down goes Conway.
I feel like Lucas kind of got lucky here a little. Oh, never mind.
Lucas' luck is out.
Sure did. Just spinning him like a top.
Round and round she goes.
Drop him. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're both a little worse for wear here. Oh, no.
Conway got the beat of that one. Oh, my gosh, what a chop.
Wow.
Safe to say that Ed House found his equilibrium quick.
Brazzi's still looking for his.
Oh, now wait a minute.
He's got the bat.
That's that stickball bat we
Ref
talked about earlier.
telling him not to do it.
No, he's making the save.
Malice took it. Malice knows that a disqualification would not get them the tag team championship.
This one's breaking down here, folks. Malice up and over.
Oh my gosh, all the way down to the floor. A sickening thud. Shane Malice might be out of this one for good.
Oh, not where you want to be if you're, either of South Philly's finest.
Oh, double foot stop there. Great heads up by South Philly's finest. House with the reversal.
A bit of a meeting of the minds there, the Philly boys.
That House has got him both right where he wants them, but here it appears.
Sure does. Oh boy.
You know what this is.
Luca Brazzi right now.
I don't see this ending well.
What's Conway doing? He was trying to use, I think that was Ed House's own.
Brazzi's got that stickball bat.
He's got the bat. Oh no!
The bat on the top of the head. Ed House might be knocked out.
He knocked him silly.
Oh my goodness. South Philly's finest steals one again.
I think you call that hashtag and still.
Oh my gosh, Ryan, they stole one.
You know what they say, slide, slide, slippity slide. When you're in South Philly, it's do or die.
The referee, he didn't see it.
Well, what's the first time that the referees missed something? And quite frankly, I didn't see it either.
Right, it was right there.
Philly wins another one here. South Philly's finest headed back.
Still, keep the tally going. South Philly's finest.
City of
there we go.
Headed back to Broad Street with the gold.
Just more disrespect from the champions, throwing the action figures from a fan. Just what is wrong with South Philly's finest? Just absolutely.
Just threw a whole box of action figures on that.
Absolute disrespect, but I guess it doesn't matter how you win, it's that you win. And still, the PWE Tag Team Champions, South Philly's finest.